In Italy during World War II, in a fit of drunken rage 20 years after losing his son Carlo to an aerial bombardment during the Great War, the woodcarver Geppetto cuts down the pine tree planted in Carlo's memory, and uses it to create a wooden boy. The wood sprite brings the puppet to life, christening him Pinocchio, and assigns Sebastian J. Cricket to guide him morally, promising Sebastian a wish in exchange.
Guide him to be good.
Geppetto wakes up to a living Pinocchio, but becomes terrified and fed up with his antics, resulting in the village's podestà ordering Geppetto to send Pinocchio to school. On his way, Pinocchio is intercepted by showman Count Volpe and his monkey Spazzatura, who bring Pinocchio to their circus. Geppetto arrives to take Pinocchio back, resulting in a confrontation between him and Volpe, that ends with Pinocchio being fatally hit by the podestà's truck. In the afterlife, he meets the wood sprite's sister Death, who explains to Pinocchio he is immortal, and revives him when an hourglass empties.
See you next time.
After returning to the mortal realm, Pinocchio decides to earn money for Geppetto by performing in the circus, as well as to avoid being conscripted into the army by the podestà. In an attempt to reinstate himself as the circus star, a jealous Spazzatura reveals to Pinocchio that Volpe is conning him out of the money he falsely promised to send to his father. Hearing this, Volpe viciously beats Spazzatura, upsetting Pinocchio. In order to sabotage Volpe, Pinocchio performs a song ridiculing Benito Mussolini, while he is in attendance.
Yes, Poop, Your Excellency.
Mussolini has Pinocchio executed, and the circus burned. Once revived, Pinocchio finds himself being taken by the podestà to a boot camp, where other boys are trained to fight in the war.
Hi, Candlewick.
Pinocchio befriends the podestà's son, Candlewick, who is afraid of disappointing his father.
Fathers feel despair.
After a training game between two teams, led by Pinocchio and Candlewick ends in a tie, the podestà orders Candlewick to shoot Pinocchio.
Shoot the puppet.
Say no.
Candlewick refuses, and stands up to his father.
I'm not afraid to say no.
The training camp is then bombed by Allied aircraft, killing the podestà, while Candlewick and the other boys flee.
Pinocchio!
Pinocchio is captured by Volpe, who tries to burn him to death as revenge for ruining his career.
What's the chocolate?
Spazzatura saves Pinocchio, resulting in Volpe falling off a seaside cliff to his death, alongside Pinocchio and Spazzatura, during a struggle with the monkey. Lost at sea, Pinocchio and Spazzatura are swallowed by a giant dogfish. Inside the monster's belly, Pinocchio and Spazzatura find Geppetto and Sebastian, who were also swallowed during their search for Pinocchio. Thanks to an idea by Sebastian, Pinocchio lies to make his nose grow into a large branch, thus forming a bridge leading out of the monster's blowhole.
Climb now, everybody climb!
Making their escape as the monster attempts to eat them again. Pinocchio sacrifices himself by detonating a naval mine inside the monster, killing them both. Upon meeting death again, Pinocchio demands to be sent back early to save Geppetto from drowning. Death warns him that doing so will make him mortal, but Pinocchio breaks the hourglass to return, and ends up drowning while saving his father. The wood sprite reappears to a mourning Geppetto and Sebastian, who uses his wish to make her revive Pinocchio.
Be his son.
Pinocchio returns home with his father, Sebastian and Spazzatura, to live together as a family.
Checkmate.
Outliving all of his loved ones, Pinocchio decides to travel the
He
world.
ventured into the world, and the world, I believe, embraced him back.